Hello, welcome to this update for Europe. Let's see here what's happening with the storms and everything. So today is Monday, July 21st. We have a level 2 across spots of Italy into Slovenia and northern Croatia, and this level 1 from France to Poland, and also some more storms in Eastern Europe, level 1 in Russia, in Ukraine, Belarus, and not one the Caucasus. So level 2 is across northern Italy into western Slovenia for severe and gusts, large, very large hail, lesser degree for tornadoes. So be careful. Level 1 was issued across France, mainly for tornado threat and severe wind gusts. Also be careful. A level 1 was issued across Switzerland and southwestern Germany, mainly for severe wind gusts. Marginal large hail. Level 1 issued for Germany, western Poland and Czechia, mainly for heavy rainfall. And level 1 was issued for Austria, eastern Czechia, southern Poland, and western Slovakia, mainly for severe wind gusts. Another one at level 1 in Russia for heavy rainfall. A level 1 was issued in northeastern Ukraine, mainly for severe gusts, margins large hail. Level 1 in the Caucasus, mainly for large hail. So stay safe in those areas. And here there's some important things, I think, because it was quite complicated, the synopsis for them to make, but then they got like a conclusion. So let's see, a complicated forecast to make for this area. It is likely that storms will already be ongoing across north and western Italy in the early morning hours, both southern foothills of the Alps and Ligurian coastlines. Rainfall and cloudiness from these round of storms will likely reduce the chances for diurnal heating, which would cause more storms later and stronger storms. And as the storms spread east, cloud bases will remain rather low and buoyancy rather shallow, okay, between 1,000 and 2,000 joules per kilogram, combined combined with 0 to 6 kilometer bulk shear between 20 and 25 meters per second, and 0 to 3 kilometer shear around 15 miles per second, meters per second. We will allow for at least a couple of longer lived intense supercells and small bow edges, capable swaths of large hail and severe wind gusts. So this is the important part. Be careful, they say. An isolated extremely severe event is not ruled out either. The degree of low shear is still uncertain, but there's will be a non-zero tornado threat, particularly over parts of the convergence zone, while solid cape and shield persist the whole day over the area. So the tornado threat is not high, but it's not zero either. So be careful. It's a very low chance, but there's a small chance of a tornado threat with the strongest storm. So be careful, especially the large hail and the damaging winds. And stay safe. Let's see. So while the cape will persist and the shear over the air over the whole day, the dry mid-troposphere will start to limit chances of convection initiating from the west. Because of this, following 12 UTC on the west, and 15 in the afternoon, 15 UTC in the east, coverage of storms initiating over the converter zone will remain isolated at best. Still, if storms can initiate, they will likely become supercells capable of severe weather. So please be careful because these supercells can be very dangerous. So stay safe and be careful because they across France, Switzerland into southwest Germany as well, because they do say scared widespread storms initiate within the lifting trough. Across France, forecast profiles reveal curved photographs 10 meters per second, 1 kilometer bulk shear, and locally more than 100 meters square per second squared of 0 to 1 kilometer. So stronger cells will be capable of tornadoes in this environment. So there's a tornado threat there. As storms spread east to Germany, Switzerland, low-level shear will decrease, but deep layer shear will increase. So severe weather threat will remain marginal, given the weak cape and absence of inverted V profiles and prolific low-level shear. But still, a level 1 seems to be warranted over Switzerland, where the strongest zero-footed bulk shears forecast. So stay safe in those areas, and yeah, be careful here for the hail and the lightning chances. They do have more across Italy today, but also some across France, Switzerland, into Germany, and in the Caucasus, they actually have some chances for very large hail there. So be careful today. Tuesday does show across Spain, alright, some hail, and especially across Eastern Europe, Bulgaria, spots in Romania. So be careful. There's the 3 hour probability for Monday today, and later does increase northeastern Italy, the large hail chances. So stay safe. Tuesday across Eastern Europe, I think, or two, nothing crazy. And Wednesday might be very interesting. Already shows some chances for large hail across Spain and southern France, especially across northeastern Spain. And later into the night, Wednesday still shows a lot in northeastern Spain. So be aware in those areas and in northern Italy as well on Wednesday. But especially be monitoring this if you are in Spain. And here shows like there's another threat going on. So if we check the rainfall accumulation, does show across Denmark some possible flooding this week, especially like southern Denmark into northern Germany. So shows to 100 millimeters, spots to 127. So be careful, not the mainland Denmark, but these islands further east. So be careful in those areas. So 130 millimeters, 129, spots of 123. So be careful. There's the GFS. The GFS is very little, it barely shows, but there's the icon showing close to 100 meters, a few spots in Denmark. So stay safe in those areas. In the Alps shows as well because of those storms like 104 millimeters until the 26th, next 5 days, some 66 millimeters, 68, more spots northern Italy. So stay safe. Most of France shows some accumulation, mainly for storms, central eastern France, Germany, and the very dry zones are like southeastern most Europe, except for storm or two in Romania tomorrow, and Turkey as well, Portugal and western Spain, and in eastern Spain does show from Wednesday those storms and 30 millimeters, some 11 millimeters near the coast, shows across northern Spain. Central areas are drier, like Madrid doesn't show much, but further on the Mediterranean coast does show some more for Wednesday and Thursday. So be aware, shows like those storms in Italy today from this front. This goes Monday, a shower through the Pyrenees, but very little. Tuesday, very little, just like the heavy rain continues in Denmark throughout Tuesday, Sweden. So be aware, still some storms in Ukraine, Belarus, and Eastern Europe. And Wednesday shows like some storms start in France and northern Spain, and then later in the afternoon across northeastern Spain and southern France shows a bunch of storms throughout France, so be careful. And then still shows Wednesday nights some in Spain, and Thursday still shows some storms in Spain, and especially further south near Valencia, Murcia, still shows a finger or two on Thursday. So be aware. And yeah, those temperatures are not too high, but there's some interesting things. So here does show like still they actually below average in Spain, France, and Portugal. So you actually have some below average temperatures and and it's still hot. So yeah, it's, but no major heat wave, just in southeastern Europe, Turkey, Greece, spots of Bulgaria, very hot throughout the end of this week. So be careful in those areas across southeastern Europe, and still remains some below average temperatures western the Central Europe. Might pick up again in France and Iberia by like the first days of August. So be aware those areas. And here the actual temperatures this afternoon, Monday, does show spots in Italy, Sardinia slightly higher, even to 4 degrees, a few valleys, southern Italy, spots in Greece, Turkey, so be careful in those areas. Some 30s, well into the 30s. And just to mention Northern Africa, there's like 45 degrees in Tunisia. Be careful. And across southern Spain, you can kind of see that it's below average because just the south is hot, and like the other areas are barely that hot. So this goes Monday, shows during the night in the Alps, like slightly less, a few areas in the Alps to like 0 degrees. So Tuesday shows like during the afternoon, especially some 37 degrees in Romania to Bulgaria, even to 40 degrees, a few spots in Bulgaria shows in Greece close to 40, in Athens some 36, so even Turkey close to 40. So be careful Tuesday, and then let's go a little bit faster because the real heat will pick up later this week in southeastern Europe. So shows Wednesday already some 37, close to 40, still in those areas. In northwestern Europe is milder, not really hot. So Wednesday this goes during the night less, and then Thursday does show in those areas in the southeast. Turkey, like to 43 degrees, a few spots western Turkey, Greece, and like spots in Italy, close to 40, southern Italy. So stay safe, especially with wildfire danger, because you'll be dry as well. Shows some 36 in Hungary, more areas. In southernmost Spain, Portugal, still in the high 30s. So this goes, still shows Friday. It's very hot across Turkey, Greece, even to 38, 39. So it's even close to 4 degrees in a spot in Romania and southern Italy. So stay safe in those areas. Stay like hydrated. Don't stay out and about too much in the heat. So be careful. Shows even to 41 degrees in Serbia next Saturday, possibly southern Italy. So stay safe. In southern Turkey, closer to the Middle East, it's like to 45, 46 degrees in those areas, like because of the like 49-degree heat wave in the Middle East. So be aware those areas, and like still shows very warm in Scandinavia and Finland, so shows to 29 degrees to 27 Norway, Sweden, so still very warm. And Iceland is not cold but not hot either, but kind of chill in a few areas. The UK is fine, I think. So even to 29 degrees in Finland on Tuesday, Wednesday close to 31 degrees in Sweden. So be aware in those areas. And shows here like I don't think there's any snow accumulation, but let's just see. They're showing the Alps, the European model, a little bit, some 13 centimeters, the GFS slightly further east, the icon just 1 centimeter. So nothing really that important. But yeah, be aware. So shows this trough coming to France, those storms you can see by the higher wind gusts, and then this goes. It doesn't show anything major in terms of wind event, but it does show like some spots like near northern Africa, spots in the south of France by Thursday, slightly stronger gusts in the Mediterranean. But the real wind threat is like those severe storms. That's the real danger. But does show another danger here, like Saturday the 26th with that heat wave in southeastern Europe that shows slightly more wind. This can fuel wildfires fast because it's dry, very hot. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful. So enough with this. Let's see this high resolution model for the storms today. Monday it doesn't show many storms late in the day. It shows most storms already like now and into the early afternoon in northern Italy. So be careful. Shows late in the afternoon in France, even some in Belgium, in the Netherlands, possibly. And if this model is right, it does show a storm or two in the UK as well. So be aware. Tuesday shows more across northern France with Tuesday night and spots in Germany, Denmark, those storms still. And Wednesday, we still don't have Wednesday here, but you'll pick up across Spain. So yeah, be aware. Here, let's see if there's anything important for Italy. So like, let's put Central Europe. Shows like this the Swiss model. So in all parameters, let's see like severe weather. So let's see if they have like cape or something, but there are more important things like this 0 per 3 kilometer. So here it does show like across northern Italy, those areas they counted different years. So here's not like 1,000, 2,000 joules per kilometer. Here's like because 0 for 3 kilometers just like 200 to 225 joules per kilogram. So it's a different measurement, but it does show slightly more elevated across northern Italy in those areas like now before those storms. So it's not tremendous cape, but there's some cape there to help those storms, like they mentioned there as well. So be careful in those areas. There's like the updraft Halisti as well here across northern Italy, and this does indicate some chances for large hail and severe weather. So it's very hard to see, but does show there with those storms northern Italy, some points of green and even yellow. That's some higher updraft Halisti with those storms there. So they can have some larger hail, potentially some larger hail and some swaths of damaging wind gusts. So be careful in those areas. Sorry, my voice is weird because there's something wrong with me. But yeah, sorry about my voice. But be careful in those areas. And let's see. So stay safe. Let me just show you one more thing here. So, when you watch my videos, if you don't speak English, I made something new here. So, if you go in the description here, there's this option I put to translate. So, here, translate. So, if you click here, it takes you to Google Translate. You can choose your language. So, the text is right here. You don't even need to copy the text. You just click on the link here and the text is right here. So, and you choose your language like let's speak like Spanish for example, or here, and then you can choose your language. So this is very good. If you try this, tell me in the comments if it works, because the first time I tried it didn't work, but then it did. So please tell me in the comments if it works. But please use this feature if you don't speak English. It will help you a lot. So yeah, sorry about my voice and stay safe. Keep monitoring those storms in Italy, across Spain, France, and those areas throughout this week.